Hi everybody, Natalia at outstandingcrochet.com. In this video I will show you embossed crochet stitches and we will practice making front part for the pattern. I created a chart specifically for this lesson and it is very similar to the chart you will find in the pattern. So those of you who do not read crochet charts, please stick around and hopefully after the lesson you will be able to follow charts instead of written instructions, because written instructions for embossed crochet are very lengthy and complicated and it is much easier to follow charts. And hopefully I will get a return customer, so let's begin. I already made a couple of rows, foundation row and row 1, and let me show them to you on the chart. So foundation row marked on the left side because it is a wrong side row, and this stitch is here. This stitch represents a chain stitch. It is shaded on my chart because it is foundation cord, not a regular chain stitch, but it certainly can be replaced with regular chain foundation. So foundation row, here all the stitches of the foundation row, 21. We have three sections, plain section, which is 6 stitches wide, in the middle ivy section, 9 stitches wide, and on the right side shaded pink, half double crochet rib section, 6 stitches. It is more in the pattern. This section, for example, is 14 stitches, but for the sake of making it faster, I just made it 6 stitches wide. And you see these green wavy lines here. They show you that there are more stitches between those that are shown on the chart. We see first 2 and last 2 stitches, but in between this line tells us that there are more stitches. For this example, there are 2 more stitches because it's 6 total and we only see 4, so there's only 2 stitches in between, and they are repetition of the stitches you see. So here, like this symbol represents half double crochet stitch. So we see 4 half double crochet stitches for this section. So in the middle will be 2 more stitches that are not shown, and that is a repetition of what we already see on the chart. So for the foundation I made 21 stitches foundation cord, and let's talk about row 1 now. It's marked on the right side because it is right side row, and it starts with chain 1, this chain 1. And chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch because we see another stitch made in the same foundation cord stitch, and this stitch is half double crochet. This is symbol for half double crochet. And after that we can see that half double crochet is made in every stitch of the foundation cord. Let's now move to row 2, marked on the left side, wrong side row, starts with chain 2, which counts as a stitch because we don't see any other stitches made in that half double crochet, and then followed by back post double crochet. This skinny stick represents back post double crochet, B in my patterns. Then we have 2 more stitches that are not shown, which will be front post and back post. That bold stick is front post double crochet. And after the plain section we will be making front post, back post, and repeat that all the way to the half double crochet rib. And here we will make 6 half double crochet stitches in the extra loop of previous row stitches. So I'm starting row 2 with chain 2, which counts as front post double crochet, turning, and my next stitch is back post double crochet. So I'm inserting hook from wrong side around that post of the next stitch, yarn over, and this is back post double crochet. And the next stitch is front post double crochet. So I'm inserting hook from right side around the post, front post double crochet. And then for row 2 I just repeat back post and front post to half double crochet rib section. So I've made all stitches of row 2 up to the last 6 stitches of half double crochet rib section, and let's start our half double crochet rib front band here. It is 14 stitches in the pattern, 6 for our example. So this is the last stitch of that section, and you all know that crochet stitches have front and back loops. Half double crochet stitch has that extra loop at the back in which we will be making half double crochet stitches for this section. So this is the last half double crochet, and we will be making our first half double crochet in that extra loop between last and previous half double crochet stitches. So this is first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So we have to make now last half double crochet, and it is made in the back reach of turning chain 1. So let me show you these chain stitches. You can see 2 loops, and at the back of those stitches you see that extra loop here. This is back reach. So with practice it would be easier for you to spot this back reach. I kind of know that this is the loop because I've been doing it for a while, but you can turn to that side, find the turning chain 1 and find that back reach of that stitch. So last half double crochet in the back reach of turning chain 1. So we finished row 2, and let's take a look at row 3. Right side row, we will make 6 half double crochet in extra loops again, and then for the ivy section, back start with back post, front post, repetition, finishing this section with back post, and for the plain section also the rib, front and back post repetition. And we will finish this row with front post half double crochet. I use custom abbreviations for my embossed crochet patterns, but regular abbreviations for front post and back post stitches, what you would see, if you see this symbol at the base of any stitch, for example half double crochet, that hook facing left side, it would mean front post half double crochet, and if it is facing right side, it would be back post half double crochet. The same goes for double crochet. This is front post and this is back post. Sorry for my horrible drawing here. So this is row 3. We're making turning chain 1, turning to right side, and continuing our half double crochet rib section. So first half double crochet we will make in that extra loop. Again, let's take a look, front, back loops, and that extra loop of the same stitch, of the first stitch in the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then our next stitch for row 3 is back post double crochet. And front post. And then we repeat back post, front post to the end, all the way to the last stitch. So in row 3 I made all stitches to the last stitch, and this is front post half double crochet. We have only beginning chain 2 left, which counted as front post double crochet in the previous row, and we're making front post half double crochet. So I'm inserting hook from right side just between previous post and that chain 2, and technically it is front post half double crochet. So let's take a look at a few next rows. Row 4 repeats row 2, nothing new here, you already know how to do that. Starts with chain 2, back post, front post, and then repetition up to the half double crochet rib section. You know how to do this one. Then row 5, right side row, start with chain 2, half double crochet section out of 6 stitches, and then repetition of back post, front post stitches, and finished with front post half double crochet stitch. Then row 6, wrong side row, again repetition of rows 2 and 4, nothing new here. Row 7 starts with half double crochet rib, and then you have to make back post double crochet stitches all the way to the last stitch in which you make front post half double crochet. So nothing new here. 9 stitches in the ivy section and 5 stitches in the plain section, and that last front post half double crochet. Row 8, again nothing, no new stitches here, chain 2, and you make front post half double crochet stitches all the way to the half double crochet rib section, and you know how to do this one. And then row 9, right side row, half double crochet section, and then you will make 4 back post stitches, 1 front post stitch, 4 back post stitches, this is ivy section, and for the plain section 5 back posts and 1 front post half double crochet. One more hint, if you're using charts, do not forget to mark your sections, plain section and half double crochet rib section. It will help you count stitches, prevent unraveling. If you're using suggested yarn, it is fuzzy yarn and it is very hard to frog, so count your stitches, it will save you some time. Let's take a look at row 10, wrong side row, marked on the left side. Plain section, chain 2 and 5 front post stitches. Then you will make 4 front post stitches, and this stitch is back post increase B2I in written instructions. So 2 back post double crochet in the same stitch, and then 4 more front post stitches and half double crochet rib section. This is back post double crochet increase, 2 back post in the same stitch. So first, and a little trick for the next back post in the same stitch. I do not insert my hook all the way around that post again. I'll just slide it in the same spot and making that second back post. Back post double crochet increase. So let's take a look at row 11, right side row, half double crochet rib section. Then you have to make 1, 2, 3, 4 back post stitches, 4B, front post, half double crochet in between 2 posts of previous row back post double crochet increase, and another front post stitch, and this stitch is back post double crochet decrease, 2 back post double crochet together, or B2T, 2 back post double crochet together, and then 2 more back post stitches, and for the plain section 5 back post and front post half double crochet. I'm going to show you a few stitches in round 11. First we will make front post, half double crochet in between stitches and another front post. So this is front post double crochet, half double crochet in between stitches, in between 2 posts of that previous row increase, and another front post in the second post. And the next stitch is 2 back post double crochet together. First leg in the next stitch and second leg in the next stitch, and together, back post double crochet decrease, 2 back post double crochet together. So let's take a look at next row 12, wrong side row. For the plain section, chain 2 and 5 front post stitches. For the ivy section, front post double crochet, And the next stitch, this one, is 2 front post double crochet decrease, 2 front post double crochet together, or F2T, 2 front post together. And notice that the second leg of that stitch, this one, is made in 2 posts of previous row decrease. That's important. Next stitch is 2 back post double crochet increase, B2I, this one. And next stitch is 2 front post double crochet increase, F2I, and notice that it is made in half double crochet here. Back post made in this stitch and 4 more front post stitches and half double crochet rib section. So I'm making 2 front post double crochet together with second leg in 2 posts. This is first leg, front post, and second leg is made in 2 posts. See this decreasing stitch from the previous row, so I'm going to insert hook around both posts of that stitch and together. Next stitch is back post increase, 2 back post stitches in 1 stitch, which we are already familiar with. I'm sliding my hook in the same spot to make the second leg. And the next stitch is 2 front post increase made in half double crochet, in this half double crochet. So 2 front post stitches in the same stitch, in this case in half double crochet. So let's take a look at row 13, right side row, half double crochet rib section, 2 back post stitches, back post double crochet decrease, 2 together, and this stitch is 8 double crochet cluster, or 8 double crochet stitches together, made in the same stitch in this back post stitch, but it was wrong side row, so on the right side it looks like front post stitch. And these stitches you're already familiar with, and back post double crochet decrease, 2 back posts together with first leg, this one, made in 2 posts, and plain section out of 5 back post stitches and front post half double crochet. So I'm here ready to show you the 8 double crochet cluster in this front post stitch. First, second, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 double crochet. And now we're going to push them a little bit up front and finish them together. So here's our bubble or 8 double crochet cluster. So row 14, wrong side row, plain section, chain 2, 5 front post stitches, front post in 2 posts of previous row decrease, 4 back post stitches, and then 6 front post stitches, out of which third one is made in the cluster and the fourth one is made in 2 posts. These 2 things are important, and half double crochet rib section. So let me show you 2 more stitches you're not familiar with yet. The first one is front post double crochet made in cluster. So I'm inserting hook here and then here. That motion kind of pushes the cluster to the wrong side. I finished my front stitch. I'm going to push that cluster back to the right side. And the next stitch, as you remember, is made in 2 posts. Front post double crochet in 2 posts. It's not on our practice chart, but you will encounter that stitch in the pattern. Back post double crochet in cluster. So instead of inserting hook from the right side here, like that, this is front post stitch. Back post stitch will be inserting hook from the wrong side, here and here. This is back post double crochet in cluster. So now you've learned all stitches used in the front part, and hopefully you will be able to follow charts. The rest of the rows 15 through 18 is just a repetition of what you already know, except maybe a couple of words about this stitch. 2 back post double crochet together with both legs made in 2 posts. This is wrong side row, so it goes from here. This is first leg in 2 posts and second leg also in 2 posts, and that's all. Thank you for watching.